Okay, hi, we're back. Got part two of our presentation on validating assessment tools. The checklist I have here is for Dogman training. Okay, first part, does the assessment address the elements and performance criteria? Yes, the assessment addresses all the elements and performance criteria required to be competent in dogging. Does the assessment obtain evidence to meet the requirements of the assessment guide? Yes, it does. The assessment does obtain the required evidence, obtains it in a couple of ways, and that's through a practical exam and a written exam. Does the assessment allow the student to demonstrate the required skills and knowledge for the unit? Yes, with the assessment incorporating written and practical testing, it allows the student to demonstrate the required skills and knowledge. Now, for a Dogman's course, you have 5 different rope techniques or knots you need to use. You need 5 separate lifts using chains, slings, ropes, hand signals, radio signals, etc. to complete, as well as the exam, which is mathematics, and written, which is 90 odd questions long. Is it clear which elements and performance criteria are being assessed? Yes, all elements and performance criteria are being covered in the assessment. It is made clear at the start of the training to the students on what the assessments will be based on, which will be the ropes, the 5 separate moves and the written exam. Is the assessment designed to produce valid evidence? Yes, the assessment has only been asked to produce valid evidence, which is completion of the knots, completion of the lifts, and satisfactory passing of the exam, which includes the mathematics. Can the evidence be gathered over a period of time? Yes, the tool has been designed to gather evidence over a period of time for the Dogman's course. It's a 5-day course, so the evidence is gathered over those 5 days. And you need to complete the knots before you can progress to the practical, before you can progress to the examination part. Can the evidence presented for assessment be authenticated? Yes, the instructor observes the student over the period of time and the knots, etc. So he observes all of that and then passes you competent at the end, or not competent, or not yet competent. Does the assessment comply with the principles of fairness? Yes, assessor guidelines provide advice on levels of support and access to expert resources if they are required by the student. Is there enough guidance for the assessor on making a judgment? Yes, the sample questions provide the assessor with guidance on what is required. Are the assessment instructions and conditions clear and accessible to the learner? Is the level of support required provided? Yes, the task requirements for assessment, what is being assessed and how it is being assessed, are clearly presented to the students, and this is done at the start of the course. Is the material used in the task culturally appropriate? Yes, the texts are culturally appropriate. Has the discussion taken place on document keeping requirements? Yes, the instructor at the start of the course does indicate that all records from training will be kept for a minimum of 30 years. The purpose of validation, this is discussed, yes. The need for continual improvement, changes to industry standards that can affect any outcomes in the training. Have the relevant people been included in the validation process? Yes, the relevant people, i.e. other assessors, industry experts, and the learners themselves for feedback, have been included in the process. Are all sign-off requirements included, which is date, unit details, signature of the assessor and the students? And that's yes. And that's all for video presentation for assignment 8. Thank you.